Paralives is an upcoming life simulation indie game that's going to be coming soon for PC and Mac, where you can build your own dream house, create some characters, and manage their lives all the way you want inside their homes in an open world town. Now, like I said, this is an indie game, and it does finally say that we are going to be seeing that very, very soon, with over 20,000 members for Patreon and pulling in $43,000 a month. It does seem like Paralives is finally ready to have its release date. Now, they did state with their mini trailer that the early access release date will be in 2025, and they ended up including with bugs and missing features, which a lot of people thought they were taking jabs at The Sims, but you guys let me know down below in the comments how you feel about that. They also did mention that Paralives will never have paid DLCs and only free expansion packs. We'll get into a little bit more of the facts and Q&As just a little bit later on in today's video, but I quickly want to talk about this new trailer that recently just came out for, of course, the announcement date of December of the early access release. Now, y'all, this has been a long time coming, and I am just so excited to see just how much they have progressed since the beginning of when they did this. And we're gonna get into the timeline in just a second, but y'all, this trailer was absolutely made beautifully, and I love the art style. I'm very much here for it. At first, I was kind of on the fence about it, but I'm not gonna lie, it's growing on me. I think it's beautifully well done, and it's so unique and original in its own way that I think a lot of simmers or simulation game lovers are going to have a blast with this. There's just so much to talk about. The trailer was well done. There's so much news about what is coming with this game in general, and the fact that it's coming out December 8th. But before we get into any of that, I do want to say, what is up, guys? My name's Simian. My name is Yen. I play simulation games. Did you see what I did there? And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I cover all things simulation. So if you love simulation games, my channel might be the one for you. Now, moving to that very first topic, I do want to talk about Paralives has officially rebranded their logo and as well as the website. They've been going really deep down into what exactly we will be getting, and they are going into the details, guys, of exactly what to expect. So there is no, oh my gosh, I'm just so curious about where we're going. I will say this about Paralives: they've been very transparent from the beginning, since January 2019 when the game was first put out there, and they did say, hey, we have this simulation game, we really want to make this going, here's our Patreon, who wants to support? And they have gained so many supporters over the past couple of years, and now we are finally seeing the result of that support. They have grown their team from not only one person, which is Alex, the founder, but now they have over 10 people working on this project, and they took their time. One thing I love about Paralives team is that they took their time with this, and they didn't feel rushed, no matter how much the community wanted to see it ASAP. So I love this about this, and guys, I'm telling y'all, the support is crazy. They have over 81,000 members on Discord. They have officially dropped the early access release date, and then they do have a new logo and key art. They did state that they were going to be pricing Paralives at just $40 US. So I do want to quickly talk about that, because I know a lot of people have some questions about what we should be expecting. Now, they did mention over in live mode, we're going to be having open world, day and night cycle, work, career progression, personality traits, emotions, wants, skills, needs, social interactions. They did also mention that we can expect house fires, bills, having children, aging, life and death, character anatomy, shops and restaurants, museums, and modding tools to add and edit in the game's content. They did say later on that we should be expecting some family tree and calendars and cars and bikes. So just hold off on that, because it still is in the works. I know a lot of people are saying, oh my gosh, there's open world. Will we have cars? They said it is coming soon, but just stay tuned. Now, as far as that build mode, we can expect all kinds of different things, such as a color wheel, and as well as a grid for the placement wall, moving objects. And they did even mention for the paramakers, we can expect a height slider, body and face sliders, and as well as tattoo placements. They did say that this is early, of course, when this is dropping. So there is a lot of, things that a lot of people still want to see, but they are still working on it. I, in fact, love the idea of this lighting with the windows and just the chairs and the lounges. And I just love the art style, y'all. It grew on me. At first, I was just like, this looks way too cartoony. I don't see it being any more than like this cozy Nintendo Switch game. But now I can see myself setting up my tea, having my show play in the background, and completely just being in awe of this game with some really nice mood neon lighting lighting and my music playing in the background, this is definitely giving cozy vibes, and I am all here for it. And I absolutely love the original art style. I feel like we have not seen a game like this in so long. It's almost similar to the Walking Dead type, if you guys are big players of that. But you know, it's very nice and original to me, and I really do love it. And plus, with all these different features that are coming out, such as like the social interactions, the skills, the height sliders, things that people in the simulation community have been wanting to see in game, I feel like they are running with the success, and I'm very happy for them in this announcement. Let's get into a couple of Simulation Simmers tweets, and one even said, the art style has really brought together impeccably over the last few years. The transparency behind game development and taking slow time to create this game surely helps it feel more cozy. Someone has said, nice to see a life sim where the characters aren't super hyperactive. We need more variety. Someone else said, all your trailers are so beautifully made. Looking forward to the early access release. This trailer made me tear up. The music is so good, and the scene, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Keep up the work, and Paralives team, you've come such a long way. We've been watching from the beginning. Roll on December. I've been here since day one, literally, and I am so happy. A lot of people have been asking, is this going to be early access? But they did state that the trailer is beautiful and that we should be expecting to see it December 8th. That is right, December 8th. And this just is going to show that the community has been waiting to see something like this for a very long time. And I think one thing I'm really excited to see is that build mode. I feel like this is where all the love is going to go for me right now, because I'm not only loving the art style, I'm loving the way we can actually go about creating and dragging out those doors and the walls and just, you know, the trees. And it just looks like there's so much attention to detail, but also at the same time, it's still this cozy and it's not too hyper realistic look. I will admit I'm not a fan of the over hyper realism, but you know, it just depends on the game and the type. Now, they did have a FAQ section, which I did want to go over a couple of questions that I did see over and over being asked to the team, but they do have a variety of different questions that a lot of people did have, whether it's life simulation or build mode. And most of this was coming from how much is Paralives costing, and they did state that Paralives will be $40 US and that Paralives will not have a phone or tablet version, but Paralives does not have a first person or third person mode. The camera will be a 3D camera like in any other simulation, and the game will be available for Steam, PC, and Mac. I did want to quickly go over a couple of different things because, again, they did state that we are working on optimizing the game to make it run on laptops and lower computers as much as we can. So, of course, a lot of people were scared about this minimal requirements due to the previous simulation game that dropped. It took a lot of, you know, computer power. And they did say they are going to be working on CC and mod incorporation. So y'all, we can expect to see CC and mod creators as early as the beginning of next year when it comes down to Paralives and how people are wanting to see more of it. So people want to be like, okay, we want more of these kind of shirts, or we want more of these kind of hairstyles. Well, looks like we have a whole another section when it comes down to Paralives and CC content. That is right. I am so excited about that because, again, I already love my CC content with the other simulation games. So the fact that we are now going to be able to get that into Paralives, and the fact that they made that being able to do that is so awesome, which means they really do take on the community seriously. And they're really focusing and doubling down on trying to make sure that we are getting the most amazing experience ever. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this grew on me so much. When it first came out, I was very hesitant. You can even go back and look at my previous videos that I've made on this very early on of my channel. And at first I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this. They are being very quiet. They are dragging out the release dates. I feel like, is it ever going to come out? A lot of people did have, it was some controversy over with their Patreon, and people just wasn't sure on whether or not they were going to deliver, or was it going to end kind of like, the situation that happened with Life by You. But it does look like they held up their end of the bargain. They were transparent throughout the whole entire thing, and we finally have a release date, which I'm very excited about. So we will be playing this on this channel when it comes, but for now I will keep you updated on all things news and updates. Well, with that being said, let me know down below in the comments, will you be getting this game, or how do you guys feel about Paralives? Is it your style? Is it not? Let me know down below in the comments how y'all feel. And with that all being said, whether you like my video, you comment on my video, you share my video, or you're a silent viewer, at the end of the day, you still showed me some love, and for that, I thank you. I will see you guys all in the very next video. Bye!